CoolFMOnline.com. Time for the Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative Small Business Spotlight. And today, we're spotlighting My Homemakers Haven, custom cakes and candies. We're going to talk to Janice Haji Sizer, as she is the owner and the chef here of this establishment. Let's take a look inside, shall we, folks? We're right here at 106 West Fry Boulevard, right next to Circle K, across from Family Dollar, here on the west end of Sierra Vista. Let's go in and say hi to Janice. Hello, Janice.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Janice, you took this space here next to Circle K. It was empty, and it had been empty for a long time.
Yes, it was.
And you put in a lot of work, didn't you?
Oh, yes. I learned about floors.
Oh, yeah, floors. Yeah. Oh, you did, huh? Among other things, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, it looks really nice.
Thank you.
This space does allow you to do much more with your business, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. At our old space, we only had a small amount of room for a classroom and showroom, and this gives us a lot more space to teach more students at one time. And now I have new places to show all my toppers and the stuff that my students can play with. It's going to be great.
All right. Well, why don't you let's take a look around here and see just a little bit more here. Of course, just to give folks an idea of the kind of cakes that you can make, these are the kind of cakes we're talking about here.
Yes.
You really are a specialty kind of place where you can really do it up for someone who is having a wedding or an anniversary or some sort of special occasion, because that's your specialty. You went to a school called, I want to say, you studied at Le Cordon Bleu, right?
Yes, I went up to Le Cordon Bleu in Scottsdale.
Okay.
And studied baking and patisserie up there.
Okay. And so your passion is this. You take cakes seriously.
Oh, I eat, sleep, and breathe cakes.
And I can tell that about you, and we've talked before in the past, and how you talk about, your product. You want to get it right.
I do. I love, my cakes are my kids, and I want to see them all go to good homes.
That's right. And so let's take a look around here, and you're not just about cakes, but you do cupcakes and you do fudge and candies.
Yes, all kinds of little treats and whatnot. Like right here, it's just a little example of like the custom cookies that I can do for like graduations, birthdays, wedding favors, stuff like that.
Custom cookies.
And of course, everybody loves our macaroons.
The macaroons as well too. Yes, indeed. All right.
Yep. So over here, this is our bigger classroom area now. So I can take all this stuff, move it out the way, and put in 6 or 7 tables. And we have more space, and it's just gonna be so much more fun. I'm so excited. My classes are getting ready to start soon. And, ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, and we've got the schedule for your classes on top of this post as well, too.
Yes.
So, folks, all they have to do is contact you through your website or Facebook page.
Mm-hmm. Or they can come right in here. That TV right there will always have the class schedule for the next 2 months.
Okay, all right. So they can come in and take a look at that as well, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good.
So those are just some toppers, candles, and whatnot, things people might need like immediately after they get their cake, that kind of
Right.
thing. I do custom toppers. And so we have over here like little cupcake picks and whatnot for the seasons. It's going to change. It's going to get bigger because I like to play with that cardstock.
Right, right.
So, and of course my DIY people, if they want to make their cakes, that is absolutely fine. I love to help. So we have toppers galore, and they can come and order any theme that they want. Licensed characters that are so popular that some of us can't recreate in sugar without a license.
Yeah, that's the one thing we had talked about before too. People come in with an idea for a cake, and as far as a cake design, but it's copyrighted, and it may not be able to do that. But you find ways around it, or you can get it legal, but you may have to jump through a few hoops. But you try to get it done as best you can.
Right. Well, the licensed toppers allow us to have the character cakes immediately, because a lot of times people don't have 8 weeks for Disney to answer.
Right, right.
So that's what the toppers do for us.
Right, right.
I also have licensed edible images that we can use, and those can be printed on demand here.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know that too. Keep that in mind.
Let's see. Oh, and then I have my confectionery counter here. I call it confectionery because it has not just cake, but candies and other little treats. And so, like the gentleman who does the bombshell sweets, he has his different flavors of cotton candy here, and he just refreshed those today. So we have all different flavors.
Cinnamon apple, caramel apple, huckleberry lemonade, apple cider, pucker melon, ghost pepper, and angry apple with some of the flavors featured right now.
All right, and so I did start selling the pumpkin bread. So we have pumpkin bread, of course our macaroons, cupcakes were always going to be a thing, and of course the giant cookie cake, except I do it in slices for here. And
But if someone wants to order a giant cookie cake, you can do that.
oh, definitely.
Yeah, but like you say, you got the slices here.
And then these are so cute. They're cotton candy spider webs. And they just look perfect next to the hot chocolate bombs.
Yeah, because that's what you also specialize in is those hot chocolate bombs during the fall and winter months. As things cool off, kind of is nice to be able to warm up to a nice cup of hot chocolate with your chocolate bombs.
Oh, so chocolate is my thing too. I love cake and I love chocolate. I teach chocolate classes. We're going to do a lot of that in December.
All right. So take a look at these folks.
Speaking of chocolate, the fudge cabinet.
All right. Let's take a look at that.
So the white chocolate vanilla bean, that has always been popular. Everybody likes their classic chocolate fudge, but I came up with the cranberry bliss and the bourbon espresso fudge this week, just to do something a little bit different.
You kind of like to mix it up a little bit and try.
I change all the time.
You try to change, yeah, right, and that's you like to experiment on various things as well, which is
I love the
nice.
science behind food and just to make it do what I want it to do.
Yeah, and again, this gives you an idea of some of the cupcakes as well too that Janice can do. You can do some really beautiful things.
Thank you.
And it's amazing. And you've got a lot of return customers, don't you?
Yes, I call them my milestone clients. I've made cakes for sweet 16s, and then I end up doing their graduation, and then their engagement, and then their wedding. First birthdays, babies, I follow everybody through life. It's great.
And you actually were in the Army, right?
I was.
And
Yep.
so you are a veteran.
Yep, I am.
and so was you actually met your current husband in the Army, right?
Yep, on my last deployment.
Wow. And isn't that something that it was your very last deployment, you met the love of your life?
It works out that way.
That is great. And then, of course, you decided to, go with your passion, and that is baking, and you're really starting to, make a name for yourself here in this area, I know, and we wanted to introduce more people to you and your talents, and to have people give you a try with their next cake order or cupcake order or special occasion.
I like that. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. My Homemakers Haven. And like you say, you're going to start your classes for adults and kids, right?
Yep, ages 5 and up.
5 and up. And we've got the schedule, the starting schedule for the rest of the year on top of this post as well too. Janice, Haji Sizer, anything else you want to mention before we go today?
Oh, well, just get creative, and I welcome any challenge. It's all fun.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for taking the time to show us your new place here. I know it was a lot of work to get it ready, but you are ready and rolling. And what are your days and hours?
We are open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
All right, and you folks can contact you through Facebook and your website as well too. But better yet, come on down. If you've got a cake idea or a decoration idea, you're going to do your best to make it happen.
Definitely.
All right, sounds good. Tom Ryan on the road here. This has been our Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative Small business spotlight. This time around, Homemakers, my Homemakers Haven, Custom Cakes and Candies, 106 West Fry Boulevard, their new location here on Sierra Vista's West End.